Okay, let me tell you about um, a woman I met when she was a student in a girls' school, girl university in the US. She was head of the lecture bureau for the school. She invited me because she thought UFOs were a topic that would create um, some excitement, among the students because there is no answer yet. So I went there, gave a lecture, and went home. I never saw her again until a few years ago. She called me. And she said, "You remember coming to our school?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, you ever come to Washington?" I said, "Well, a couple of times a year." She said, "Next time I live in Washington, next time you're in town, call me when you're done with your meetings, and I will take you to the airport and we'll talk." And I said, "Fine." So I called her in Washington, and we got into her Mercedes, and she drove me to Dallas. As you may know, if you've been in Washington, you go along a forest, very beautiful trees on both sides of the expressway. She slowed down, and this was in the evening. She said, "You see those trees? And, the sky, it's dusk, but the sky is still clear." I was driving to my flight. I'm the CEO of a international uh, um, international commercial company. Um, Nobody knows what I saw, but I want you to know that I was driving to the airport just like now, and I saw an object on the sky there over those trees that was twice the size, of a 747. And it had what you could describe as windows. There were lights all around, along it. It was moving slowly with no noise. As it moved, without speeding up, it became fuzzy. It became transparent. I could still see the lights, from the windows, and then I could not see anything more. Well, she says it simply vanished from reality. I said, did you call? I mean, it must have been on 10 radars. This is Dallas Airport in Washington. Okay. She said, "No, I will not report it to anybody because I'm running a company and I need people to trust me."
Yeah.
Now, I've had in Silicon Valley a number of people, I mean, I've run 5 venture capital funds, okay? You need to be trusted if you do that. You have custody of money that you're going to invest for very serious people who are serious about their money,
Yeah.
okay? They are not giving it to crazy people. And they obviously investigated me and decided that I could be trusted because in Silicon Valley, if you don't think of things, people come to you with an invention. They've invented this device, okay? Now, I'm obviously, when I leave my office, I'm not going to sign any non-disclosure, okay? Because it's not worth the paper it's written on, okay? Attorneys think it's worth something, but it's really not because information is all around.
Yep.
Okay, so I know if I have an idea, and I think I'm very bright.
Yeah.
But I also know 10 people within 10 miles who are brighter than I am, and I know them. Okay, and I know they're brighter than I am. I mean, that's what Silicon Valley is. Okay. So if I want to develop an invention, I'm going to go see them and I'm going to tell them my idea. I'm not going to keep it to file a patent. Okay.
Yeah.
Not at first. I mean, we may file a patent together, but I may have invented something that's a piece of hardware that's very clever.
Yeah.
Somebody will have to write the software. I trust your intelligence, and you're my competitor. But I'm going to bring this to you. I'm going to say, can you write the software for this? And we're going to spend a weekend together writing a business plan together. There's going to be a new company. And we're going to get, $12 million to start the company. That's the way it works. That's what France never understood.
Yeah.
That's what Europe doesn't get. That's not the way companies are started here.
Yeah.
Okay? And but that's not the way it started in Michigan or in New York. It's only in Silicon Valley that you can do that. Because if you do that in Europe, somebody will to try to steal your invention and do it before you, which is completely stupid. Because I already have the next invention.
Yes.
And you know that. And because of what I've done before. And even with being competitors, we're going to work together to make this happen. Okay. And that's the way we need to approach UFOs, with people who think beyond the horizon. That's the way Dr. Nolan works. I mean, everything is done in his life is like that.